Hello, welcome back to the bAmplified podcast. I'm Amy Patee, the show host, and I'm really grateful you are here today and tuning in. And if this is your first time stopping by, this is a show for soulful female entrepreneurs who want to align with their most natural self, their most natural energy, and to really let that lead in their business. Because over the last decade, everybody's moved online and it's gotten noisy. And I think that there are a lot of inauthentic tactics being used in the business world, and especially in the wellness business world, which I am in. And if you're listening to this, you probably are too. It's noisy out there. And there's just a lot of interesting tactics, I think, being used. And I think that whenever the pendulum swings really strongly in one direction, it swings back in the other direction. And then eventually we find some kind of middle ground where we actually land. So I feel like the pendulum is beginning to swing back to the need for authentic marketing, the need for authentic business strategies. And I think that people are growing hungry for heart-centered connection, whether it's online or in person. And so on this podcast, that's where we're headed. We're riding that swing of the pendulum and heading back to getting deeply aligned within and really letting our most authentic self and our most natural energy lead in our business. Getting back to just genuine marketing, genuine, timeless, simple business strategies, things that work and things that cut through all of the noise out there. So if you are interested in any of that, subscribe and stick around. And today's message is going to be sweet and short. I just wanted to remind everyone who's listening in and building a business, building a product, building a course, building their email list or client list. I want to remind you of the importance of micro movements, the importance of taking baby steps, incremental steps towards a goal that you have, a vision that you have for yourself and your business. So whether it's that you want to build your business out in a certain type of structure, or you want to reach a financial goal, or maybe you want to reach a number of clients and you're working towards this goal or this vision that you have for your business, it's so important to just have this little reminder every once in a while of how important micro movements are, how important baby steps, incremental steps are to get yourself and your business to that end goal, to that final destination, to that vision that you're holding for yourself. Because we can get lost in the everyday busyness of our business. And we can also talk ourselves out of moving forward in our business. We can talk ourselves out of reaching a goal and expanding our capacity in our business, whether it's financial or in terms of holding space for other people or becoming more visible. We can talk ourselves out of that when we get overwhelmed. And I think that we can get overwhelmed when we see the vision. We've got the big vision. I know for myself, I get downloads a lot. I see where I'm headed. I see an idea of a new product or project that I want to start working on, and it comes to me as if it's already been manifested. And it's usually really big and really exciting. And then suddenly I'm spun out and overwhelmed because it's going to take a lot of work to get there. There's a lot of things that need to happen to get there. And it feels like it's supposed to already be here because I can feel it. I can sense it. I'm energetically enlivened by it, but it's not here yet. And it's actually going to take a lot of day-to-day, real-world action to bring that dream, that vision, that download into fruition. And so baby steps, micro movements, mapping out what do I need to do today? What's going to bring me closer to that big goal, that big vision I have for myself today? What do I need to do in the next 5 days, in the next week? And, depending on your personality type and what you enjoy doing, you might map out all of the steps to get yourself to that end goal. But just remember that what's most important is that one, you have the goal, you're aware of it, maybe you can see it or feel it, you're holding it in your vibrational field and really getting comfortable with it. And you are choosing to zoom in on the present moment and take meaningful, practical steps today that will move you in the direction of that goal. And these practical daily steps towards your end goal might feel really mundane. They might make you feel frustrated sometimes, and you might want to quit or change course. You might want to sabotage your journey in some way, shape, or form. There's all kinds of things that can come up. But if you're taking baby steps, micro movements, incremental steps towards that long term vision, something's going to happen. You're going to slowly expand your capacity for this larger vision for yourself, for your life, for your business. You're going to slowly increase your capacity for more. You are going to slowly grow into the person you need to be when that vision, that goal comes alive in reality. And you are slowly going to manifest this new project, this new product, this new idea, this new structure, whatever it is for your business. But it takes time, daily, incremental, little steps, micro movements, and you'll get there. And so, my question for you today is, or questions, actually, I have a few questions for you. One, do you have a goal? And if you don't like the idea of goals, because sometimes goals put us into this pushing mode, what about a vision? Do you have a vision for your business? Where do you want your business to be in 6 months or a year? That's step one. Have a vision. Where do you want to be? What do you want to create? What's the goal? And then the second step is to just pause and feel into this goal, feel into this vision that you have for yourself, and consider who you have to be to step into that vision. Who do you have to be to reach that goal? Who is the person that is living with that vision manifest already? Because you will have to change, you will have to grow, you will have to expand. If this is something new in your field of awareness, you will have to expand a little bit in mind, in body, in energy. And then the third thing is to break it down into micro movements, into baby steps, so that you can let yourself grow slowly at a pace that is workable, at a pace that doesn't shut you down, close the door on that big dream, at a pace that doesn't overwhelm you, at a pace that makes it doable. It makes it doable to reach that goal. And this is so important if you want to reach that goal, because I know this for myself and with all the people that I've worked with, oftentimes the reason they don't reach a goal or something doesn't manifest that they want in their business, it's because they wanted to leap straight to that end goal without taking all of the steps that it takes to actually get there. And they got frustrated or they got overwhelmed or they started to allow their unconscious mind take over and talk them out of it because it's too hard. It's too far away. It's not going to happen. It's not happening quick enough. I don't know how I'm going to get there. I can't reach that far. I can't become that successful. All of the negative self-talk that goes on when we are progressing towards something new, something bigger, something expansive. So play around with these ideas. What's your vision? Who do you have to become to step into this vision that you have or this goal that you want to reach? And then what are some baby steps to get there? What can you do today or in the next week to start moving in that direction? And it's okay to be the turtle and take your time, move slowly, because step by step, you're going to inch yourself a little closer and you're going to expand at a pace that your nervous system, your body, your mind, your soul, your spirit can actually expand at without shutting down or getting overwhelmed. All right. So I hope that was helpful. And if you are a soulful entrepreneur yourself and you want a little bit of support in doing this, I would love to hop on a call with you and to talk to you about my upcoming Human Design and Business Immersion program. Our next group begins in July. And this is a 3-month long program where you dive deep into your human design. And then you also explore simple business strategies and you start to align the two, your human design and your business, so that your energy really can lead. So there's a link in the show notes for you to check out what the immersion is all about. There's a link on the page to set up a call with me. We can talk about it. You can also just hop right on the wait list and you'll get an email with all the details. All right, my friend, thanks again for tuning in, and I'll catch you on the next episode.